When I think of Formula Ford, I think of a community, a group of people that have one ambition: to go racing, to race hard, to have fun, and try to get to the finish line first.
Jamie Whincup, tell us about your early Formula Ford days coming out of go-karting.
Yes, straight out of go-karts, and it's the first opportunity to drive on all the big racetracks. And it's the first opportunity to use a gearbox and also suspension as well. So a huge step. The speeds that you do in a Formula Ford, say at a place like Phillip Island, is well over 200k. So it's a big eye-opener, and it's another huge learning experience. You feel like you know a lot coming out of go-karts, but then it just opens up another new world.
We know that you won the title in 2002, but tell us about making the step. When did you first drive a Formula Ford?
So it wasn't until my father and my uncle, Graham, brought me a 1994 Van Diemen off a family friend of ours. And yeah, we made the transition, and I remember taking it to Calder for the first time, and then we did another test day at Winton, and then I think one of my first races was the Island Magic at Phillip Island.
You had some pretty stiff competition in that championship winning year, you and Mark Frosty Winterbottom going head to head. Tell us about that season.
The year before was a cracker. 2001, it was myself, Will Davison and Will Power who were battling it out, and I ended up running third behind those guys. So that was a big steep learning experience, and one I was very grateful for. Those guys moved on, and then I stayed in for 2002, and as you say, I had a cracker battle with Frosty and my teammate Marcus Marshall at the time. It was good hard racing, crazy amount of slipstreaming, and I'm very thankful of those years, because it certainly gave me a lot of racecraft moving into supercars.
Do you have a standout memory or a standout race from your time in Formula Ford?
Round one was at Wakefield Park, and we had a fantastic result, so I'll never forget that. Bathurst was a good one as well. Early days in Formula Ford. I went to Bathurst. It was year 2000. And I don't know if you remember. There's a stupid amount of rain. We literally had to put rope around the front wishbones, pulled the car through the mud to get it to the dummy grid to start the race. My car turned off, so I had to start from the rear of the grid. Came through to fourth. So it was that was the first experience of Bathurst in a Formula Ford, and one I'll never forget.
After you won that title, what sort of springboard did that provide for you to go on and become the Supercars champion that you've become?
As I say, I think Formula Ford teaches you so much racecraft. It's the first opportunity out of karts to deal with shock absorbers and springs and things. But it's racecraft. All the cars are so even, so close. Got to position yourself really right for the last lap. And no doubt, all those skills I learned from the Ford, I still use today in supercars.